Well, I think this is a very important question because the combination of your fertility process and your work situation can cause a lot of stress. And if everything goes well at this point, then it's one very important thing less to worry about. And there is a lot that I can tell about this because as a fertility coach, I worked a lot around this topic. But I had written down five points of interest about this topic that I wanted to share with you. And the first one is consider how open you are at your work about this, because it's not easy. How are you going to tell your people at work about this or not? It's a very intimate, private matter, and maybe you feel that you make yourself vulnerable towards your boss because he or she then knows that you might be pregnant in a few months. Maybe you fear for career consequences because of it. So it's not easy. But on the other hand, it can give you better understanding, for example, why you are absent a few times in a month, or it can give you their support. So I think maybe you can consider to talk about a few colleagues, one or two maybe, that you have a good relationship with, or your boss maybe, if you have a good relationship with him or her, because it can also give you something by telling it. So that's the first point of interest. Second point of interest that I wrote down is continue to plan enough holidays. What I want to say about with this is that I, as fertility coach, I often see people that use all their annual leave days to cover their absences because of their fertility process. Don't do that, because you really need holidays too to relax in this stressy process. So look for legal options or options within the company to cover these absences. Maybe it's interesting to ask for advice at your HR department or trade union, for example. Third thing, don't lose your self-confidence. Fertility process can do a lot with your self-confidence. You can start doubting yourself in all kinds of areas, also professionally. Or you can think that you cannot perform as well as your colleagues because of a given situation. So don't do it. Don't doubt yourself. You're doing a great thing. You're combining a job and with a fertility process, which is almost a second job. So be proud of yourself. Trust that you are good at your job, like you always were. So don't lose your self-confidence. Fourth thing I've written down was look for ways to make the fertility process and work combinations as simple as possible. I mean, very practically, look for places to have your follow-up appointments for ultrasounds and blood work, for example, as close as possible to your home, so that you don't have to do big movements. Also, try to work at home as much as possible if your profession allows this. If you want to talk about it at your work, or you can ask it at your work. Make it yourself as easy as possible, practically. And the fifth thing I've written down is find the golden mean. What I mean with this is I've seen people as a fertility coach on the one hand who are putting their professional life completely on hold because I think, for example, then I have less stress and my pregnancy chances will go up. And I see on the other extreme people who focus completely on their work, throw themselves completely on their work because it's like a passive coping mechanism to push away or to escape from the emotions of the fertility process. But try to find the golden mean between those two. That's what I wanted to say. 5 points of interest.